Me now is Shanlon Wu, a former federal prosecutor and CNN legal analyst. And Shan, how was this kind of tweet directed at her? She is now testifying in the impeachment inquiry. How is this any different than the tweet in real time while the former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine was testifying last week?
It's very similar, Fred, and I was thinking about the best way to analogize this, and it's not a criminal or a civil trial that's going on, but we might think about it from the point of view of what if President Trump swaggered into a courtroom during someone's testimony or right after they testified and announced to the courtroom these same types of words. These are never Trumpers. The ambassador caused trouble everywhere she went. In that setting, we would say, oh, that seems pretty obviously it's witness intimidation. He's trying to tamper with their testimony. The difference is we're in the political arena of impeachment, and so Trump's people and him are arguing, well, this is different. It's like him swaggering into Congress and making a speech. So that's where the fuzzy area is. But overall, it's obvious to anybody with common sense that he's trying to comment on her. He's trying to get that message to her. So I think overall, in the impeachment evidence, it's going to be hurtful to Trump that he made this kind of mistake.
Okay, well, let's talk about what is expected this week with upcoming testimony. We're expecting to hear new public testimony from some of the key players in the case, and among them President Trump's ambassador to the EU, or I should say the U.S. ambassador to the EU, not necessarily the president's, but anyway, Gordon Sondland. He has firsthand accounts of the president's policy in Ukraine and, how Ukraine may have been pressured along the way, and this phone call that apparently Sondland was on, where it was overheard by another State Department official who said he heard the president ask about the investigations has it gotten started into the Biden. So it seems like a lot is on the line for the U.S. ambassador, as well as for President Trump. What do you expect from his testimony when he's already had to clarify a bit?
Right. Well, I think the first thing we have to ask is, will we actually hear from him? Because if I were his attorney, I'd be telling him you should take the Fifth Amendment. He's not once,
Doesn't that
twice.
make it worse?
Yeah, it seems like it's making it worse. Well, that would make it worse for the president, absolutely, but it would keep him out of legal jeopardy. Not once but twice has he failed to disclose this obviously really important conversation where the president is directly referencing the investigation. The Republicans would no longer be able to talk about this is not direct, it's right out of the president's mouth. And then Sondland very helpfully added to that by telling the aide who overheard it that the president's only concerned with, quote, big stuff, and big stuff, Sondland explained, are things that help him personally, and to look to Giuliani, the president's personal attorney. So these are extremely problematic statements for the president, and they're also legally problematic for Sondland because he hasn't told anybody before, even though twice he's been under oath.
Shan Wu, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Good to see you, Fred.
You as well.